Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. The headline today, the hitting streak he's been on.
Yeah, an impressive streak. Can he keep it going in this one? Feels like there isn't a pitch he can't hit right now. Looking forward to seeing how they deal with him.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And on the hill, a soft-tossing lefty, just like you, Chris. Jose Quintana. What do we need to know here? About to get started here, Will Smith steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And we are underway in game one of the series.
First pitch, 640.
The 1-0. Hey. Quintana deals. Swinging a foul straight back. Hard hit to third. Throw to first in time. Time to check out the Dodgers lineup. They're dealing with a sinker specialist on the mound, which can be a big-time challenge when he's right and working mostly from the knees down.
Well, the key is to lay off pitches down in the zone until you're forced to swing. Set your sights higher in the strike zone, looking for something elevated, because sinkers are less effective up in the zone. They tend to flatten out. So when you get a cookie, you don't want to miss it.
Sliced hard but foul. Quintana, he has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him, that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
Throw to first in time.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup got that hitter to roll over.
First baseman, Freddie Freeman.
Up now, Freddie Freeman. This guy is a professional hitter, team leader, as steady as they come.
Yeah, that's steady Freddie right there, a machine at the plate. He brings the same approach, same attitude every single night.
And it's going to stay a strike. That knocks them down to one challenge left. Two down, nobody on. How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have a laser-like focus, slow everything down, stay right in that moment, pitch to pitch, execution, and focusing on that catcher's mitt.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And now the Rockies will go on offense for the first time. There's no score. We go to the bottom of the first. And on the hill for the Dodgers, Big Tyler Glasnow. Always a treat to watch one of the best starters in the sport singing. Jake McCarthy digging in for the Rockies. Bunting for a hit, first base side. And it goes just foul. Trying to bunt his way on. Rojas. And that's a bunt single that was placed perfectly.
No shame in his game. He extends his hitting streak by laying down a bunt, and it counts for a reason. The streak lives to see another day. Nicely done to utilize some small ball right there.
Nope, that's a ball.
That's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
Runner on the go. Pitching for a strike. Throw to second. On a bounce. Safe. And the league leader in stolen bases does it again.
When your catcher's not a great thrower, you have to do a better job at controlling the running game. And that's throwing over, that's stepping off, doing whatever you can to try to keep that base stealer's rhythm off. Well, they weren't able to do it right there. They're going to have to make some type of adjustment. Our players are going to be running all game.
Man at second. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Time to check out the Rockies lineup. One guy they want to get turned around in the sixth spot, Troy Johnston.
Well, you see the batting average there, not pretty, and the on-base percentage has followed. It's a bit uglier, under 300. When that's the way it's going, I got to imagine it's tough for his manager to pencil him into the lineup. But he's also one of those guys that you need. You know that he's one swing away from breaking out. Sometimes you just got to grind your way out of these slumps. So I'm just hoping we see something positive out of him in this one.
Swings through that one for strike one. One out and a runner at second as we play game one of this four-game series. Strike two. Battling here as he fouls it away. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. The 2-2. Strike three, and that's two in a row.
Well, getting a good look at the pitcher here in the first inning isn't a bad thing. I know he struck out, but you can live with that as long as the other hitters in this lineup can learn something from it.
So in now for Colorado, Mickey Moniak. Swing and a ground ball, and it gets by him. Headed for the plate. He scores, and they have the lead.
Well, they strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Check swing, but he went too far, and it's 0-1. Tovar with a homer in his last game. He swings and fouls one off. Moniak off of first with two away.
Ball.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out, and that'll do it. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 1-0. This is NL West action on. Back here in Denver, top of the second, Max Muncy steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Foul ball there. The 0-1. Ripped in the air, left field, and a touchdown for a base hit. And the tying run is on base. Here comes the 0-1. Slice the other way and foul. The 0-2.
Ball one.
Ground ball left side and foul ball. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Here's Kyle Tucker.
Ball.
Close one, doesn't get the call. And the count is 2-0. Catcher challenge, we'll take another look. It just shaved the zone. So they've still got both their challenges. First and second, no outs. Here at the top of the second.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
And that's outside. Mookie Betts up next for the Dodgers. And that'll load the bases.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Yeah, that's in for a strike. 0-1. Base hit, one run in already. Another comes in to score. It's a two-run single. They take the lead. It's 2-1. First and second, no outs. And now Teoscar Hernandez. Check swing called strike. Strike one. Hernandez went deep in his most recent game. Hard hit, left field, base hit. They won't test it here. Bases loaded, no outs.
Nice line drive to pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield. Now the bases loaded, big opportunity for them to break this game open.
Towards first, and that's just foul.
Pretty rare to see a 3-homer game like he had last time out. The only active player with at least 4 3-homer performances is Mookie Betts, who's tied for the all-time lead with 6.
Ground ball right side, could be two. To Tovar. They get the out, but the run scores on the twin killer. The batter now will be Will Smith. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Check swing called strike. And that is strike one.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality.
Oh, that ball finds its way into the outfield. A base hit. Runner from third in to score. It's an RBI single, and they take a 3-run lead.
Picks himself up at RBI. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited